Welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updates of things happening around you and things you would like to know. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to this channel and those who are yet to subscribe. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click the red button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we publish any news. This time around, we have wonderful news for you that you will be glad that you are aware of. Stay tuned. A Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, HURIWA, on Thursday called for the impeachment of Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege as the Deputy Senate President. He said the credibility of the Ninth Senate would be eroded if Ovie-Omo-Agege was not impeached, adding that the National Assembly will remain a mere political circus ring and a charade even. HURIWA stated this while describing the election of Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege as the Deputy Senate President and Femi Gbajabiamila as Speaker of the House of Representatives as a desecration of the legislative arm of government, when the duo are yet to fully and transparently clear their names against every damaging allegations of misdemeanor and fraud. In a statement by its national coordinator, Emmanuel Onwubiko, the rights group insisted that the election of the duo was a sacrilege on the parliament. The statement reads, HURIWA described their election as a desecration of the central lawmaking organ of government, with lasting consequences on the moral justification of the legislation to be churned out from the ninth session of the National Assembly, and constitutes also a grave sacrilege on the parliament because of the hovering doubts that will linger in the minds of decent persons globally among the ethical challenges that confronted the duo, which were never treated or resolved to the satisfaction of the principle of rule of law. We also condemn the All Progressive Congress (APC) for insisting on foisting the duo of Ovie-Omo-Agege and Gbajabiamila, which offends Section 15 of 5 of the Nigerian Constitution, which states that the Nigerian state shall abolish all corrupt practices and abuse of power. The rights group said it was the peak of corruption that two persons with questions to answer, which in some cases borders of alleged criminal conduct of fraud and aiding and abetting the criminal invasion of the Senate and the violent theft of the mace, the symbol of authority of the Senate. Just as the group said, the emergence of these two persons as Deputy Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives smacks of irresponsibility and crass insensitivity to the opinions of millions of the citizens. Speaking specifically on the emergence of Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege as Deputy Senate President, even after he was indicted by the 8th session of the National Assembly over his alleged role in the theft of the Senate mace by suspected armed hoodlums, HURIWA stated that the credibility and integrity of the Senate has been eroded and massively damaged irretrievably unless Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege is impeached from the high office of Deputy Senate President. HURIWA said, called on the Senate to impeach Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege from the office of Deputy Senate President, stressing that so long as Ovie-Omo-Agege remains the Deputy Senate President, the ninth session of the National will remain a mere political circus ring and a charade, even as any laws emanating from such a body will have little or no credibility. We invite the senators to take a good look at the preponderance of the overwhelming rejection of the election of someone who disrespected the constituted authority of the 8th session of the Senate when he was suspended by the leadership of the then Senate in session, only for him to now emerge as Deputy Senate President. This is comedy taken too far and will water down the respect the rest of the world would have on our Senate. What these actions convey to Nigerian youngsters is that it pays to misbehave and disobey constituted authority. This election of both Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege and the alleged discredited lawyer Femi Gbajabiamila, if allowed to remain, will amount to the canonization of rascality and misconduct. The statement added, it will be recalled that the National Assembly Joint Ad Committee recommended the immediate suspension of the senator representing Delta Central, Ovie-Omo-Agege, for 180 legislative days over the theft of the Senate mace. The recommendation was made by the committee investigating the invasion of the Senate at the conclusion of their investigation. The committee also recommended that Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege be prosecuted alongside 6 other suspects who allegedly accompanied him into the chamber on the day of the incident. They are to be prosecuted for treasonable felony, assault on National Assembly members of staff, conspiracy to steal and eventual theft of the Senate mace. The committee also recommends a total review of the National Assembly security architecture. These steps were never taken by the law enforcement agency under the direct control of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration because Senator Ovie-Omo-Agege was then positioned as the chief loyalist of the executive at war with the then Senate President Bukola Saraki. HURIWA argued that the emergence of someone with this kind of disciplinary records as Deputy Senate President has graphically depicted Nigeria as a banana republic where misconduct is rewarded. Besides, the rights group recalled that for many years, Gbajabiamila has been accused of perpetrating fraud in the United States, where he obtained a law degree and where he practiced until his return to Nigeria to join partisan politics from the platform of the defunct Alliance for Democracy, AD. I think from my own understanding, these allegations are so great that these two people involved need to clear their names, if not for anything. Nobody has accused them whether they did something or not, whether they are wrong or they are right. But like this group has said, that in the minds of many Nigerians and people outside the country, it will be regarded as indiscipline and lawlessness. For this administration that is preaching fights against corruption, is not looking too good to them. So they need to do something. But if it were to be other opposition parties, you will see them swinging into actions. You will see EFCC coming up. That is just my own opinion. So guys, I would like you guys to really ponder on these things that this group have really said. If really that these two gentlemen need to be impeached or they should just go and clear their names. I would like you guys to put down your comment below and let's rub minds together because this is a sensitive matter. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.